Yeah, feel the burn. Keep it up, son. Pick up the pace, baby. Jab, jab. 1, 2. Faster, faster. Hit him, baby. Get serious, kid. Smash him. Straight. Uppercut. Punch, punch, punch. Give him the good. It's your time, man. Show him what you got, baby. 1, 2, keep it up, son. Jab, jab, hit him hard. Uppercut, body blow. Tear that armor up back. Don't flinch. Hit him, baby. Straight. Counter. All right. Smash him. The punch is mightier than the sword. You ain't no air fighter, man. Quit fooling around up there. Smash ain't no joke. All right. Shake it off, son. Build up the power meter. Now, man, let it rip. The world's waiting for you, kid.
Super Smash Brothers.
Hey world, what is up? Everybody around the world saw this. The whole universe saw this. This is the confirmation. Little Mac is in Super Smash Brothers Brawl. If that isn't the most exciting piece of news, think of this. My dreams have came true. Little Mac, the NES Big Guns. Mario versus Little Mac versus Mega Man. Need I say more, anybody? These were the games everybody knows about. You ask any fan from the 80s, 90s, heck 2000s, okay, probably not from Mega Man, but still, you ask any fan of gaming, they'll be able to count out these iconic characters. I would put Pit up there, but he's not as iconic. Matter of fact, his game isn't, well, one of the best-selling things. But does that mean I'm still not going to leave him out? No. But seriously, think of the possibilities, folks. This is the Smash Brothers. I don't care if the fighting isn't what I want. I don't care about that anymore. It's about the just sheer amount of all the characters we just Okay, first off, let's talk about his new look and character feel. Well, not look, but let's just talk about him since we really got to. Okay, let's see. First off, Little Mac is definitely one of the fighters. He is a heavyweight in the sense of Smash Bros. On how he moves, but he's definitely going to be one of the more agile characters, if that makes sense. He's going to be able to move faster. That power meter is definitely going to pack some punches, and it's definitely going to leave you crawling for more. Dodging like no one's business, and just I'm gonna keep replaying that. First off, that sequence sounds awesome. Just take a look at what's going on here. He's very good at dodging, and he looks like he's definitely gonna just be one to mess people up if used correctly. And he does counters, as you can tell here. He also has kind of a shield mechanic when you think about it. Let's freeze frame. Sorry, wrong place. Oh yeah, right. Man, I keep missing. Yeah, right there, as you can see, right where he counters it. You can tell right there where the leg is pretty much going through, clipping through. I'm sorry. He counters it and uppercuts the person right by doing the nice flip. And he has some nice sky uppercuts and things like that. But sadly, his up attack when getting back on the ledges, which everybody relies on, isn't the best. His final smash makes him go all hawk out, and I find that hilarious. Little Mac has a power meter that he can use. Once charged up, I'm guessing after a nice string of combos you charge it up. And yeah, so I am pretty excited Now, I will be getting to all the games. I mainly just want to cover Big Mac right now. But Little Mac. I have McDonald's on the brain. Woo! Okay. I really just want to cover Little Mac. Little Mac is going to be awesome. I am a huge fan of Punch-Out. Believe it or not, I love that pose. Let's just freeze frame that. I'm a fan of Punch-Out. Even though I may not look it or feel it, I pop in that game waiting to just get my bottom handed to me repeatedly, only to just try again. I've got up to Mike Tyson a handful of times, only to get just devastated by those power punches over and over. Same with Mega Man. I've got to Dr. Wily stage 1, and I was just done. I could not get past like the first section. There was like spikes and it's crazy. So, believe it or not, I was not the best. Now, from the looks of it, this game looks like it's going to be a lot, or the way gosh, every character but Mac. I am so sorry. The way Mac looks is pretty interesting. He's got that kind of feel to him. He seems very reliable of a character and will come very, what's the word? He just looks very free-flowing, just no bear, just looks like he doesn't have as many restrictions as the other characters, if that makes sense. It's hard to put into words, really, without playing the game. I just feel like that's with all my Smash characters, in my opinion. It's really hard to put them into words or compare them, when this year, or this Smash game, need I remind you, is just so different. I mean, looking at Fox now, compared to other Foxes, drastically different, drastically changed. Everybody's getting a facelift, so this looks like a reboot, actually. Probably why they're just calling it Super Smash Brothers and not Brawl or Melee. Looks like they're like, yeah, we know we kind of messed up with Brawl. I don't know how people say they quote-unquote messed up, but I can see why people say that. I mean, compared to Melee, I will take Melee's fighting mechanics all day, but Brawl, I would take those two. So if you could fuse the both Nintendo 50-50, or like 50% for Melee, 49% Brawl, and then 1% of the Nintendo 64 Classic, just because I feel like that had a weird feel, just nice retro kind of thing. Since I'm all for retro, if you could do that, I'll just $60, $40 plus tax. Eat it. I'll take my games. I'll go home and I'll start playing. Now the cool thing, I keep forgetting this, but it's gonna be for Wii U and 3DS. Think of it like this. Woo, hard day at school. Friday. You had pushed around. It's just been a bad day. It's just a terrible day. Pushed around, all this stuff. You come home, pop into Smash Brothers. It's fun and all. You have a friend, say he wants to play it, but he only has a 3DS. Easy swap. Go on that Nintendo Wi-Fi and play on the 3DS. Also, I'm really excited for this game because it's going to have the new and improved Nintendo Wi-Fi. Now, I'm not going to lie. Nintendo Wi-Fi for 3DS works darn well. You can quote me on that. It works perfect. I play endless hours. Put in endless amount, 20 plus hours alone in Kid Icarus Uprising, replaying story missions. Literally, that's how fun the game is. And just sitting there, online multiplayer. I've gotten so good. I've learned the kinks, the everything, mastered the control style, if I do say so myself. Kind of. And I go to Japan's region, and I just get my bottom. All of us Americans get our bottom sandwich to us. Although this may sound weird, there was a team of us, like literally just Americans. It was me and my other two friends. And we went online together, and we just see like these group of Asian users. We get on there and we're just like, oh, we got this. Boom, flying across the stage. They were dodging. Literally, one just dodged, came behind me, attacked me. His friend juggled me up in the air. So they started shooting me, and all I see is this mega laser come out of nowhere. I'm just like, huh. But off topic. No, wait, no, it is kind of on top because it's made by Sakura, but whatever. This is this is just what I need. I'll break him down. He looks like that's gonna be one hit KO. Pikachu's looking pretty mad. Like, yeah, I got this. Trying to run away, think he cool. And looks like his bad thing, well, he's gonna be very slow in that stage. But since it's a Final Smash, I suppose you always have to have a counter, unless it's just an unbeatable Final Smash. Ahem, Lucarios. Or Ahem, Snake. I swear anyone with the trigger finger gets me. This scene gets me every time. I just love that. Let's just So just nice, the little touches. Now brings the question, will Doc Lewis be an assist trophy? Because if he is, that'll be cool. Wanna know the funny thing? We already saw a picture of Little Mac as a quote-unquote assist trophy. That was not the case. He is a full-fledged character. Either that or they took his asset and made him a full-fledged character with combos and everything. I find that so smart. Sakurai tricked us all. Now everybody could go off right off the bat and say, of course we all knew Little Mac was going to be gave thanks to the stage. But after all the years, after all like the days that went by after they made that, after the first analysis, even Game Explain was questioning it a couple of times. Well, Game Explain and everyone else, here's your proof. Little Mac is in Smash Brothers. Whether you like it or not, he's here. Now, there is a game I do kind of want to talk about, even though it may not be on everybody's wish list, so I'll be very brief about it. Mario Golf Tennis is a pretty... or Mario Golf World Tour. I said Mario Golf Tennis, don't even ask. Looks like a pretty fun game. You're going to be able to use your Mii, customize him, and you'll have different abilities and things depending on the type of balls and clubs you'll use. That's pretty nice. It looks like a fun, relaxing game. Great for everybody to just get on the fun. Kind of like Mario Open Tennis, which is one of my favorite 3DS games. And to this day, I'll defend it. I don't care what you say. Dressing up your Mii looks very fun and snazzy as Sakurai looks here. Or is it Iwata? As Iwata looks here. And it looks like it's going to have some fun rankings and things such as. I'm pretty excited to see what Mario Golf has to offer. And if anything, I know I'm going to get this game on its release date. Its release date is going to be... Sorry, we skipped Kirby. Bad Kirby, you stop it. Its release date will be... May 2nd. So, everybody stay tuned. I'm pretty excited for that game. Smash Brothers does not have an official release date yet. I'm going to say sometime during the summer because that's usually how Nintendo games come out. Unless it comes out during the winter, then I know I'm getting a Christmas gift. Either that, I'm just going to have to buy it really early and just say, I don't care if you guys don't give me anything for Christmas. So, with that out of the way, I'm pretty excited. So Kirby's Triple Deluxe, as it's called in America, looks like it's going to have a pretty fun new way to play. It's going to have... This looks really, really brutal for a Kirby game. He's like stabbing them and stuff. I'm sorry. But, looks like it's going to have some pretty nice abilities, flipping in and out, as we've already seen. But it looks like it's going to have a combo system with different ways to play. The keychains will help you advance through different levels, or just find different things, or use them as just collectibles. Pretty kind of pointless, but also kind of cool to use. Fun little puzzle solvers. Of course, it's going to have a Street Pass functionality. And the Street Pass functionality will be able to give you different things, and you can store them. With Street Pass, you can most definitely get different items to use on your adventure, and you can just encounter them whenever. I find that such a unique mechanic, and it's pretty nice to have. So when you Street Pass a couple of people. Only sad thing is, I don't think a lot of people are going to own this game here in America. Kirby Triple Deluxe will be coming out May 2nd, along with Mario Golf World Tour. Yoshi's New Island is coming out soon, and boy am I excited. I've never really played the Yoshi Island game, ever. I've played it a little bit, but again, never really played it, never really got into it. It still wasn't my cup of tea, but looking back at it, it was kind of fun. I could take it for what it was. It wasn't, again, my Mario game. But the gameplay looks pretty fun and interesting. Also, using that huge egg is pretty cool. Now, you'll be able to use a variety of different items and things to your disposal. And they even made the transformations come back, and I'm pretty excited to see what that's going to have. The giant egg, again, looks pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. And looking up metallic enemies or things of that nature, say if there was a cloud enemy, which I don't think there will be, it'll probably make the egg go faster and lighter. Well, this one will go slower, and since it's so heavy, we'll slow Yoshi down at the same time since, well, he has to keep up somehow. The gameplay will have a variety of new items, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty fun game overall. Yoshi's Island will be coming out March 14th. Steel Driver Sub Wars is a game I didn't really see coming, nor did any of us. After the abomination, and let's be honest, that game wasn't the best 3DS launch title of Steel Driver, none of us were expecting this. Steel Driver looks like your typical sub game. Well, from Steel Driver at least. You go around shooting subs in random places, make sure you hit their special spots, and destroy the living stuffing out of them. Or oil, whichever you prefer. Also, it's going to have some great online play, and I'm pretty excited for this one. Online play with a bunch of mechs with your friends. I know me and my dad will be spending a lot more time on our 3DSs when this comes out. I'm pretty excited to see what the game has to offer, and it's going to have some fun trials to go through, too. And different missions? You can sign me up any day. I'm pretty excited to see what the game has to offer, so we'll see. The game, believe it or not, as surprising as it sounds, comes out after today. As a matter of fact, it's out right now. So if you're watching this, click off, and if you don't have a 3DS, go on Amazon, buy a 3DS. Once you get the 3DS, sell it, go to the eShop. Go to the eShop and buy this game. I don't know how much it costs, so probably $15, $10, whatever. Go buy it. Coming up next is Rusty's Real Deal Baseball? Wait, baseball? Yes, it's a baseball game. You create your own baseball and baseball bat and things like that, and you play baseball. A bunch of different mini games to get your character stats up and the usual. The game actually looks like a fun little game. And it looks like it's going to have some nice depth to help you train. And it looks like a collection of really fun baseball and themed mini games. Me personally, I'm pretty excited for it. It looks like a just fun time waster, and honestly, anything they get me through today is pretty cool. I'm a pretty huge fan of games like that, so honestly, sign me up.
Will be applied to the actual cost you are paying.
Sadly, there will be microtransactions, as you can see before.
We have another new game to show you.
So, the game will be coming out.
You are paying.
Come on, Sakurai. When will the game come out?
So do your best when negotiating with Rusty.
So, Rusty's Real Deal Baseball will be coming out this April, but it will be free. So that's nice, but sadly you're going to have to pay for some of the other things. The usual. But wait a second. What's this? A new Pokemon game? Yeah, you guys remember those fun Pokemon puzzle games? Well, they're coming back in Pokemon Battle Trozei. Pokemon Battle Trozei. Man, I keep messing this up.
Every known Pokemon.
Battle Trozei. Every single.
Appear in the game.
Come on, are you some?
From Pokemon.
Battle Trozei.
All the way to Pokemon X and Y.
Battle Trozei.
Once you catch them,
I don't know how it's pronounced. It's actually a pretty cool concept.
during battles.
You're able to use different Pokemon to dispose of them in battle. The faster and better you do doing your puzzling, the awesomer your thing or character will do going to attack opponents. Looks like a puzzle battle game in the sense that, well, it is. It reminds me of games like Puzzle Quest. It looks like a pretty fun game. With that same Pokemon charm, but just overly cute visuals. I'm pretty excited to see what it's got.
Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy.
Next up is Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy. It's your usual game with the Professor Layton charm and some brand new characters. Ooh. The same gameplay, the same graphics, and the usual. It's gonna have the Professor Layton charm involving on the story of the last Miracle Mask. Since I haven't played much Professor Layton or any of the ones on the 3DS, no joke, I'm just going to have to move on so I don't bore you guys. I'm talking about things I really don't know about. I've played some of the Professor Layton, so I won't bore you guys to death. Talking about things I don't even know about. Again. I don't know if I just repeat stuff so much. Let's just move on. Now here's a game in some of my territory. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate will finally have something the other Monster Hunters didn't. Jumping! Oh my gosh, it has been so long. How long have we been asking to jump in a Monster Hunter game? I am so excited. It will be coming to the 3DS in North America 2015, so sadly we have to wait. But get this. It's gonna have jumping and let's just go back here. Let's take a nice look. We got some brand new weapons and wait. Whoa. Wait a second. That reminds me of a game that Capcom made from Dragon's Dogma. That's right. This will let you climb on enemies and beat the stuffing out of them. And then collect their meat so you can sell them for your, well, teammates. And you will be able to climb on the monsters and take the beasts how they should be. Now, since me and my friend Endgame Master are huge Monster Hunter fans, this is definitely a treat. The tedious grinding of Monster Hunter 3 Try is over. having to go back and only just wish we could latch onto a tail of a spinning sea dragon. I mean, yeah, we'll get spinned off, but at least we could get a couple more attacks in right before he gets dizzy and bored. I'm definitely excited to see what Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate has to offer. So early 2015, you know my money's already coming out. Let's see. Weapon Shop.
We'll be discussing a new game called
Weapon Shop Omasse looks like a pretty intense but awesome game. Actually, you get to make your own weapons in the game by forging them. And a kind of fun rhythm game. Don't believe me? Take a look. Once you get enough material and things, you can go, well, forge a sword. It plays off like a rhythm game.
If you're able to achieve optimal timing and temperature conditions as you forge, the weapons will be
so that's pretty interesting. Swapping it between the heat and the cutting is pretty cool. It reminds me of some of those movies where they forge swords. Of course, it ends by putting that sword in some delicious water, and then you
RPG enthusiasts, this one's for you.
Then you get to go out and fight with them if you like. It's an RPG type game, and it's coming up the 20th. So I would go check it out next Thursday.
About Inazuma 11.
Next up is Inazuma 11. Honestly, I'm not going to be rude, but also talking about the game. I don't care for this one. Looks like one of those cheap iPhone games you would find, with some heavily stylized visuals. You go on and try to be the best middle school soccer player team you can be. Very Japanese-like in my opinion. And since I'm not a huge fan of Japanese soccer games, because well, this is exactly why. Why can't we actually play it? Why do we have to drag them around the screen? It plays like a tactical RPG rather than a soccer game, and it goes into these little stylized cutscenes, as you can see here. I remember this game being talked about, and I even played a little bit of it on the original DS, so this is actually a remake, and if you don't believe me, go ahead and do the research. It wasn't my cup of tea, and it really wasn't that fun of a game.
Guys, Krista and Kate
but luckily, it came out today too, so go check that out. Now, Renegade Kid is one of my favorite companies. They've made a lot of great games. Moon Chronicles, Mutant Mudds, and they're working on some 2 new ones, Treasurenauts. Now, Moon Chronicles was a DS game at first, now it's coming back as a 3DS game. Don't forget some of their other games like Bomb Monkey, but that's just to name a couple. You want to see them all. Literally, the 3DS has a catalog dedicated to them. And they're pretty cheap too, so if you're still sitting here, go check it out. They're really fun games, and trust me, your money won't be wasted.
It's a new platform.
Treasurenauts looks like a pretty fun game. Heck, it's even got the Mutant Mudds kid and a bunch of new characters too. The gameplay consists of awesome dungeons you have to go and explore playing as different characters. After playing as different characters, you get to go around and fight some baddies. It's a pretty interesting take, and cutting down to get as much delicious gold and stuff as you can is a nice concept and just makes me smile with happiness. Looks like a pretty fun game. Next up is a little more for the more mature audiences. This is called Moon Chronicles. Not as happy-go-lucky stuff we've seen before. This looks like a little more depressing and definitely sad. Oh, and free Circle Pad Pro enthusiasts out there that still just play with Resident Evil and Metal Gear Solid 3D. Ha, that's funny. Moon Chronicles will be using it too. It's an atmospheric first-person shooter set in an abandoned spaceship where robots seem to have taken over. It's up to you to go in and clean up their mess. Or that's pretty much what I'm gathering. The story is very hush-hush right now because they really want you to figure it out on your own. And I'm glad. Another reason why I think these guys are pretty awesome. Next up is a game I am so excited about you probably don't even know. Next is Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is by Yacht Club Games, and this is such a brand new looking and awesome game. I hear the platforming is precise, and I mean precise. The game looks so much fun, and it has some nice graphics, 8-bit graphics to boot. If you're a fan of difficult difficult games back from the Super Nintendo, or heck, difficult games from the NES, maybe you're a huge fan of just games in general with platforming and tight controls, this is definitely the game to check out. Tight controls, platforming, and the Street Pass functionality is really cool. Yes, this game will be coming out for 3DS and Wii U, just in case you didn't know. I find that so interesting, how they're going to combine the two. The gameplay is going to be pretty awesome, and I'm excited to see what the game has to offer. Shovel Knight, I'm honestly not sure when it's coming out since they didn't explain here. But we'll just have to figure out. Another game is 1001 Spikes. It's pretty much just you. It's pretty much just you running around trying to escape this place, and there's so many spikes, so many, and they will murder you in one hit. And then you have Retro City Rampage. Now, honestly, I won't even talk about this one much since this came out for multiple consoles by now. You go around being a retro guy and pretty much just doing what you want. There's a bunch of missions and it's very humor-filled with a bunch of throwbacks to old games. Next up is Child of Light. An Ubisoft game that is an RPG with a unique take. When it goes to kind of a Fire Emblem way. It comes from a kind of Fire Emblem way, but doesn't really look like it. You stop, cast, do the usual.
And
when it comes to
waiting. The next
waiting.
few months on the Nintendo Wii shop are shaping up. Keep an eye out for a wealth of.
You stop, come, shoot, the usual. You know exactly what I'm talking about too. You wait, and when it's your turn to cast, you go ahead and cast spells, flying around and doing your usual puzzles. It's a pretty, looks really nice and fun game, and it's by Ubisoft Montreal, the usual good guys. I'm pretty excited to see what this game has to offer. Now with the next 2 months, these are the games that will be coming out in the next 2 months. So that means March and April. And if that's the case, or is it, yeah, March and April, sorry. But if that's the case, we're going to have some great games. Armorillo, Scram Kitty, I don't even Cube Director's Cut, which is a really underrated Steam game, so check it out when it comes out. Please, the developers need all the help they can get. Squid's Odyssey, Little Do, of course we talked about those games. Tezelgrad, which looks like a fun puzzle platformer. Assault Android Cactus. The name alone just makes that game awesome. Monkey Pirates, Wooden Sensei, and Ballpint Universe Infinity. Again, another underrated Steam game. Now, of course, we all know about the usual Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. So guess what? It is a brand new game coming out for the Wii U from the Donkey Kong Country Returns franchise. And now that they're coming back with some brand new gameplay to boot, and it looks like a pretty fun game. I'm personally excited to see what it has to offer, and it's going to be pretty cool. When the Kong's home has been transformed into a tropical paradise, well, kind of. I mean, they're not making some good tropical deals out of this one. It's up to you to go in and get your banana horde back before it freezes over. Talk about some originality. Kind of. Hey, at least this time it's not just getting stolen, folks. It's gonna get froze, too. With some new characters like Cranky Kong, Diddy Kong, and Dixie Kong. For a minute, I thought they were gonna pull a Super Mario Brothers and do that whole 4-player thing. But it's not the case here. I'm pretty excited about that. Because it just gives it that classic feel which it should keep and always have. Donkey Kong Country Returns will come out, believe it or not, the next Friday. So go check it out. Now, we are getting a move on. With NES Remix. Wait a second. They're making NES Remix for the 3DS. That's right. It's coming out for the 3DS with all its great challenges and everything. As a matter of fact, I feel like it would be a perfect 3DS game. Great for everybody to get into and definitely play. I mean, I would definitely play it. Heck, there's even a Super Luigi Brothers. Talk about fun. Where you go through and play, well, kind of Luigi-style games. There's even some new games like Wario Woods, Ice Hockey, Dr. Mario, Kirby's Adventure, Super Mario Bros. 3, oh yeah. The Adventures of Link, oh yeah. Super Mario Bros. 2, Punch-Out Metroid, Mario Open Golf, yeah. And Super Mario Bros. 2. Pretty awesome if you ask me. And since some of those games are some of our favorites, I think that's going to be pretty cool and pretty interesting. And plus, it lets us relive those great moments. Like when I finally beat him in Punch-Out, oh my gosh. And heck, look at that! Crossovers that are awesome. Save Princess Peach, but with Peach. And heck, even Legend of Zelda trying to beat...
It's based on a challenge included in the first NES remix that has Luigi's running right to left in World 1-2 of Super Mario Bros. But this time, it will include all the levels from the
So
game.
yeah, this looks pretty interesting,
app
pretty cool, and I'm definitely excited for it. NES Remix 2 is coming out for the Wii U. So that's going to be pretty cool. April 25th. Now here's the thing. I have to pause the video because this is the thing fans have requested, and Nintendo has listened to our beckoning calls. Nintendo realized their flaws, and this is what we've been talking about. This is what we need.
In January of last year, we announced that Game Boy Advance title
Game Boy Advance will be coming to the Virtual Console along with DS. Does it get any better than this? This is such an amazing feat. I'm excited to relive the days where oh my gosh. With the hits coming out first is Metroid Fusion, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, and oh yeah, for you huge Nintendo fans out there, Yoshi's Island Super Mario Advance 3. So I can finally play that. And more. But those games aren't enough. But it depends on how much they're going to sell. $5 or so, it should be nice. Mario Kart 8 is getting a facelift with some new characters. Take a quick look-see. You can see him kind of in the corner periodically. Sometimes. And, oh, nope, that's Daisy. And, no, we got to pause. Okay. Of course, we have the kart making back and the brand new doing tricks in slow-moing time every single time. Which I think is literally going to be in the full game. Now that you think about it, because every time they do a trick, time freezes. Oh, they finally fixed it this time. Either way, I'm pretty excited to see what the game has to offer. And as you can see, when you do that spin attack thing and bump into people, you can see they steal their items. I'll replay that just to show you guys what I mean. Take a look. Here comes Yoshi coming up doing his usual. Luigi and baby Luigi and baby Mario doing the thing. But look, take a quick look here. When they're doing the spin attack, they took a power. I find that kind of cool, and it's gonna add some nice depth to the game. See, watch, right here. Right there! Never mind. Disproved. Thank you, Nintendo. Either way, the game's play is gonna be pretty cool, and playing as the Koopalings is gonna be awesome. The Koopalings look really fun, and the whole spinning mechanics can add some new depth to the game that I think will never be seen in a kart racer. I'm pretty excited to see what the game has to offer. Now this is another game I've been excited for. The name of it is Monolith Soft, the name of the company. Or is it the name of the game? I'm still debating. The gameplay is really fun and it has that unique RPG feel. But swapping weapons like this on the fly is just unheard of. Being able to pinpoint targets and using insanitary ammo and things like that is so cool. You go around fighting monsters and that's pretty much it. But some monsters are way too huge for the job. And I mean a lot of monsters. Take a look at that, where my mouse is pointing. Now watch. This thing transforms into a mech whenever it feels like it. And it goes on a rampage just burning it up. But oh no, him and his teammates, keep in mind this will have online multiplayer, are about to be under attack by that giant monster. Now it's time for you to go all out. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. This is what MMORPGs need to be. So far, it looks like it's only going to be in Japan, but I do know it's coming out to America pretty soon. This game looks awesome, and I'm excited to see what it's going to be about. I was going to do Bayonetta 2, but come on, guys. Let's just keep it a little bit kid-friendly. I have a separate video on that, so yeah. I mean, it's not bad, but come on, guys. It's Bayonetta. We don't want kids to know it. Also has procedural changing days and nights. I think that's pretty cool. Look at how, it just gives it a sense of how long you actually are fighting these monsters. It just gives it, well, a sense of awesomeness. The fighting looks amazing and looks like tons of fun to play. And I'm definitely this is one game I've been excited about since E3. And since now that we definitely know it's coming out for the Wii U sometime soon, I am definitely waiting, eagerly awaiting this game's release.
That should give you a sneak peek at some of the exciting possibilities ahead.
Not sure exactly when this game comes out, but we'll just have to wait and see. Or if it'll even get released in North America. Well, that's all we have for today with our Nintendo Direct analysis. It was a pretty fun ride. We got to experience a bunch of other different games, and I think this is going to be shaping up to be one awesome year for Nintendo. I'll see you guys next time.